Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is June 6, 2014, and today is Friday. Okay, it's the first Friday of the month, which means that we're talking about the non-farm payrolls. The USD number coming out at 2:30 later this afternoon. It is a major number. Okay, the biggest number of the month. Really a high impact number that affects not just the USD, but many of the USD cross pairs. USD GBP, USD CAD, USD Euro, JPY, all. Okay, obviously the USD has its significance in the markets. And without further ado, let's just go into the look into the Euro. The Euro yesterday tanked at about, I would say, about 3:30, 4 o'clock yesterday. Hit all the way as low as 134.99. If you were in front of your computer, okay, and you saw this happening, you were able to day trade it. Okay, it was a unique opportunity. As you can see here, we hit this low level at about 134.90, just shy of 134. We've hit it before, and we've hit it before. So, all in all, this was generally a good place to pick it up. Okay, and if you were lucky enough to pick it up and trade this bounce, you would have made at least 150 pips. I mean, this right now we're holding 150 pips. I actually bought a little bit right here. I sold into this move right here. And unfortunately I didn't peace out. So as you can see, there was some room on the upside, this was much anticipated because we've had this major fallout of the Euro USD just the past month, tanking about 300 pips right here, and this would have made it. This area just here would have made it another 150 pips. For 450 pips for a currency is a major move in such a short time span. I mean, we're talking about about a month. Okay, a month for 450 pips is a significant move. Okay, so what to do about it today? That's the $1,000,000 question. I would look for somewhat of a sell-off before the numbers today. If you see that it's not breaking this number, maybe you'd like to pick it up on the upside. If you see that it's retracing and breaking below this 135.750 zone, then maybe look to go short again. But if it does retrace down to 136.225, I'd actually look to buy a little bit and see if we can bounce. This looks like it's a bull flag, especially when it's being beat up so much. But again, as always, trade responsibly and put stop losses. Okay, very important. Looking into the USD CAD, the Canadian dollar, looking at a longer time frame here from just the beginning of the year. Big rally for the USD. The CAD got a lot weaker, going all the way to 112, and now we're trading to 108.5. So yesterday was another opportunity for the CAD. If you kept an eye on it, you'd see that we bounced off this 180 level, 180.25, and now we're just at the top of this range right here. So just keep this in mind and just realize that we may break above this. Okay, if we do, you'd look to actually buy it. If you see that we're failing, then that means we'll go back to our lower part of the range. It should be a great trading opportunity. Just sometimes, with these numbers coming out, things are all over the place. So just wait for the dust to settle and then choose your place responsibly and choose your spots where to go in. Looking right here, this is the GBP Japanese yen up 171 pips just from the beginning of the month. And if you look here, beautiful. Okay, it's a beautiful trade range. Trading in the range just beautifully. We had mentioned if you do go, we mentioned something over here. We said if it does go down to the bottom of the range, we'd look to pick it up. And as you can see here, there's a beautiful formation. Excuse me, on this lower level, and now we're finding ourselves in the upper level right now. So if it does test this high, okay, later today, I'd look to short it, especially when there's no major news coming out of the GBP or the Japanese yen for the next few days at least. So Good opportunity for the GBP Japanese yen. Maybe set up an alert up here to let you know that it's going to be selling off. The New Zealand dollar. Okay, the New Zealand dollar down 248 pips just for the year. This one was a little bit hard to anticipate, but if you look that it's been beaten up so much, okay, you should look for an anticipated bounce like this. This is generally what happens after something's been beaten up so much. In this case, we had multiple levels where we could have potentially bounced off. This was one level right here, but we failed it. Okay, it's a previous resistance, maybe a support for the future, but you see that we didn't make it higher. We actually tested it as a resistance, so it reconfirmed the resistance, and then we made this lower low here. At this level, okay, at this level, we're actually right here, which is a decent level for it to bounce, okay, but definitely you needed a confirmation for it to bounce before. So maybe once this thing actually headed higher over here, it was a good place to pick it up on the upside. Potential resistance is right here, okay, in the New Zealand dollar. So if you're looking to short it and just play the range between this lower level before it shows some sort of strength on the upside, okay, it's got to make some sort of confirmation. So I would expect it to really have a resistance at this level and trade within a range until there's some sort of confirmation on the upside or the downside. Okay, if it breaks these two levels, okay, either here or here, then to start going short or start going long in the upper end. So it has been trading. Again, people complaining there's nothing to trade, markets are slow. Not true. There's oodles of opportunities, and yesterday we saw a really great trading day. Looking at the gold, as you all remember, gold really retraced from the beginning of the year of 1380, and now we're trading about 1242. We've made ourselves a nice baseline at 1242. You can see this. Okay, that's where it's been trading the past 3-4 days. And we made a bounce yesterday. Okay, this was completely news trading. I agree, not the easiest trading in the world, but if you were following the market and if you know what was going on, you had the chart up, you could have jumped into it. And now we've consolidated above the 1252 level. 1250 is a major level. Let's see if we can maintain this momentum and see if the short coverings will take us all the way up to 1280, 1284, which is a previous resistance. Let's just look at it to make sure that we're all on the same page. I would expect it to hit 1286, 1284. Let's say 1284-ish, 1282. Like I said before it showed some sort of confirmations about 1300. It's been beaten up quite nicely, if you could say it that way. But it's definitely still trading. The Dow Jones pushed higher yesterday. Okay, if you remember yesterday, I mentioned if we push higher than this level, then it will take off. And lo and behold, it did push higher, and we're at new all-time highs again for the year. So lots happening with the Dow Jones. I wonder if this has anything to do with anticipation in the news today. If they're going to sell it off. I would definitely have the Dow Jones, the Euro USD, the USD CAD open today as possible trades. So we may retrace at these levels, but be cautious because the law of motion states that a certain symbol will continue in the direction that it's already going, as long as it hasn't made some sort of confirmation otherwise. So trade responsibly. Don't forget to use stop losses. Most importantly, have a beautiful weekend. Thank you. This is Razak at CMTrading.